Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into Full of Foliage. Pam's here creating a safe space, showing lots of grace, sharing a lot of plant care, plant hauls, planty crafts, and the occasional shopping trips. Join me so that we can become planty friends, have fun, and possibly learn and grow. Hey guys, welcome everyone to another episode of Plant, Fact, or Fiction. This is a series that I came up with where we're basically taking random plant knowledge, tip cares, whatever you can think of as far as growing our luscious babies. I provide my perspective and I encourage you guys to do the same. And then I categorize it whether or not if it's fact or if it's fiction. And then we can just have a global conversation as to whether or not if it's true or not, because my fiction may be your fact and your fact may be my fiction. We don't know until we talk to one another. And so that's what this series is about. So before I jump into it, I think this is a very good one because this is talking about Hoyas. Yay! And y'all guys know how much I love Hoyas. So if this seems like something that you're interested in, this seems like something that's, this is a little bit different than what I'm used to, please show support by giving thumbs up to get this particular series out there to the world. Like and share and double check for me to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. And hey, while you're at it, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much in advance. Let's dive in. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is about Hoyas, you guys, and basically just taking some statements, providing my perspective, and I'm going to categorize it, as I mentioned, fact or fiction, and I'm also adding an additional category from what I've done so far and use undecided. Undecided because it could be like a little bit on the fence, 50-50, but I can ask for y'all perspective and maybe we can finally come to a conclusion. Okay, so first one is you should wait until your Hoya leaves wrinkle up before watering. Now let's talk about this really quick because I know that this has been like a thing that you've heard from across the board as far as social media. You've heard it probably on my own channel because I know for a fact that in the very beginning, that's all I was saying. Wait for the leaves to wrinkle, right? That quote unquote taco test. But is that really the proper way? Theoretically, you guys, it really is not, because if the Hoya has wrinkled that much and we are able to flip it and change it, we are stressing the plant out at that point. And at that point, they are beyond needing water. Now, of course, we can water them and they'll bounce back. But doing that, we're kind of doing a Russian roulette on the plant because what's going on is we are stressing out the roots below, and that can actually cause the plant to decline. So if you've done that a lot of times, and you may see that maybe your Hoya leaves are starting to yellow a lot and they're dropping by the load, that can be an indicator that we are allowing them to dry past beyond what they want to. So in this area, for my experience, I would say that that statement is fiction. You should not wait until it wrinkles. Maybe about halfway you should water the Hoya. But again, it's all about your growing area as well. You may need to definitely get down and dirty with your plants. And what I mean by that is sticking those fingers down into the soil and seeing what level, how long your plant is staying wet. And then you can kind of gauge for yourself when is the proper time for watering. Okay, next one. Hoyas are very slow growers. This category I would rate as being undecided. Now, of course, lack of growth often can indicate an issue with the plant, such as insufficient light, unhealthy roots, a possible pest infestation. But I feel like if we are fixing our plants with curing them with all that, as far as we're eradicating the pests, we're giving them ample amount of light, that pretty much the majority of our Hoyas can grow at a moderate rate. I wouldn't say fast, but I wouldn't really say slow. But then again, I say, I do have some Hoyas where I'm actually doing all of that. Checking for pests, have beautiful lighting situation. I'm making sure that I'm watering it accurately, and they are still growing kind of slow. I'm going to show you an example. Hold tight. This is one of the reasons, I'm back. This is one of the reasons why I said I'm a little bit undecided. I can't really categorize that statement as a fact or fiction for me in my world because of this example right here. This is my Hoya, I believe this is the Hoya verticulata. Guys, I've had this plant for 2 going on 3 years. And it's actually, and I could be wrong, it's either 2 or 3 years or going from 3 to 4 years. But nonetheless, I've had this plant in my collection for quite some time. It's literally has, since I brought it into my home, it has not had any form of other light except for this beautiful natural surround sound light that it's getting in this sunroom. And I categorize this area as the S tier of my plant growing because that's where I bring plants back to life, make certain changes, and they really adapt and grow into beautiful, luscious plants. So I don't really know why she has only given me in this time, whether it was 2 years I've owned her or 3, she's only given me these 2 leaves right here. And it doesn't matter. She's never had any infestations. I water her quite frequently. I've only just noticed just this past growing season, honestly, she's given me this, but she hasn't even pushed out any tendrils. So I say for that particular statement of whether or not Hoyas are very slow growers, for me, it's undecided. But what say you guys? Comment, share below. Statement, Hoyas, next statement, Hoyas are adaptable to different growing environments. In my world, from the majority, no, I take that back. I say half and half. Honestly, there's a good amount of Hoyas in my sunroom, but I also have an extreme amount of Hoyas growing indoors as well. On my Hoya shelving unit, even though it's getting some artificial lighting, I can say for the most part, I can pretty much move my Hoyas around, and as long as they're getting some form of light, whether it's low, medium, or bright, they seem to be doing okay, just fine. You know, I usually don't have any issues out of pests or anything. Now, the only thing that I'm probably going to experience, you guys, if I am giving it a little bit lower light than maybe what they're used to, then they're not going to pump out the leaves. They're not going to pump out the vines. They're not going to pump out the growth unless it's in their genetics to do so. I do have a Hoya diptera, which is now, she is by my window, but in my bedroom where the lighting there is very mild, but she has not skipped a beat and not stopped growing. She's been pumping out the leaves. She's been pumping out the tendrils, and she's growing wildly in that space. Where on the other hand, I also have a Hoya Chelsea that's also being grown in my bedroom as well. And she's near a window too. And it's taken her at least 2 years for her to actually finally start growing. This current growing season that we're about to get out of is the first time that she's actually started developing leaves. So yeah, I do feel like that they are adaptable. So for my categorization for that statement, you guys, I would stamp it as fact. Well, what say you? Okay, another statement, you guys. All Hoyas prefer to be grown in porous pots, such as terracotta. I take that as fiction, because Hoyas, their water adaptability, it ranges. It depends on the plant. We have plants that are really thirsty for the water, need the water. And then we have some Hoyas that are, they can go a few weeks without being watered and they won't skip a beat at all. So, I mean, that's just been pretty much my experience. You know, I would not dare put this Lacanosa snowcap in a terracotta pot. I think the moment I decide to do that, she would die. But then again, I think I could put something like my Hoya macrophala no, not my Hoya macrophylla. What are you? My Hoya incrustata variegated. Let me get that and show y'all. Y'all seen her? She was right behind you guys, and I had to show y'all. I feel like with her, I could actually get away with putting her in a terracotta pot. Because I don't really water her that often. She does not get a lot of drink, so I think she would actually be very resilient in there. But of course, you guys, putting your Hoyas in terracotta pots, you have to know your plant babies first before you take that chance. So for me, in my growing environment, fiction all the way. Now, I think I have one more. Sorry, I have my notes, my list here. Okay, Hoya's hardiness zones are zones 8 through 11. Okay, so that's actually fact, you guys, according to the USDA. So if you're questioning or wondering what does hardiness zones actually mean, that means that if you live in any of these states listed here, then you can typically grow your Hoyas outside all year long without them completely dying off, which means they will never experience frost like in my neck of the woods. So if y'all live in any of those states, as a Hoya head, I gotta say, I am pretty envious, because y'all know I do create my Hoya wall every growing season, and that would be the ultimate dream, to actually have that wall throughout the whole year. You know what kind of beautiful growth I could actually do if I had that type of climate all year long? So dreamy just thinking about it. So okay, so that pretty much ends this video. Very quick, I think very fun. Please comment, share your perspective, and those of you who live in these hardiness zones, share with the plant community whether or not if you grow Hoyas outside, or share with us in general what plant babies you actually grow outside all year long, and they're probably living their best life, growing and thriving. We definitely want to hear from you. And if you can, send me some pics to fullofFoliage@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to watch those photos as well. But anyway, you guys, keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do, and you love listening to planty things, definitely subscribe to this channel. Keep doing what I've been asking you guys. Push those thumbs up. Push them up. They've been helping my channel. Thank you so much for everyone in this beautiful plant community that take time out of your day just to do something as basic as pushing those thumbs up. It means a lot to me. It's really been helping me meet more and new, interesting, and fun people such as yourself. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.